Hello chess lovers, welcome to the new video. So we have game 10. I was white against Schwatten or something, 2153. So let's see. I followed my repertoire as promised, London system, and after a few moves we have a strange exchange on d4. I don't really know theory. I don't know if this is good, but that's what my opponent played. And now he developed a bishop on a very nice diagonal. But whenever you develop that bishop, well, you might have to think about this pawn. And I immediately attacked it. And here, where to put the queen? You can go to c8, um, but maybe that's the best square. The problem is if you go here, after knight f3, there are these ideas. So it's a little bit unpleasant. So let's see what happens here. So I exchanged. Now we can see this can be considered a weak pawn. For the moment, I cannot really win it because, for example, there is always a move like this, defending. But it's something to think about for black in the future. So I just developed, and now my opponent made a mistake because this knight is needed here to defend that pawn, at least in my opinion. But he went to h5, so now basically he just loses a pawn. And yeah, my bishop does get stranded, but it's a pawn. It's a pawn. And this is the important piece, controlling this kind of business. So let's see. King d7, I took the pawn, and I don't know. I don't know what to advise. Maybe it was best for black just to develop and see, but he went f6. I don't think it's a good move. Let's see why. So I developed my bishop and pin him here to control this square. Yeah, and he did play e5, which is a bad move because after taking he cannot take back. If he takes back because of this pin, I have g4. Yeah, and these kind of ideas. If you take, this is a double attack, so that's not good. So he realized that he cannot take, so he played rook e8, but now I just castled. And fe5, okay, so he has a nice center, but is it going anywhere? I'm not really sure. Let's see. Rook fe1, attacking here, bishop d6, defending, and now I went knight b3, so my idea is to jump to c5. Also, I want to develop. If I develop immediately, uh, he can annoy me. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is okay too, but that's why I went with knight here. So if he goes, actually he cannot go there, but once I go here, I will have this option to deal with this bishop. Knight came back, h3, and h6 was played. Now I centralized, and my opponent went all in with g5. And let's see, I gave a check, and the king, this is attacked too. This would not be great, I think. I don't know. Somehow, um, on top of having an extra pawn, I have a bishop here. I don't think this is good. So he went to c8, defending b7. But now I have a simple plan. It's a checkmating attack. Yeah, it sounds strange that there is a checkmating attack with no queens, but yeah, this pin makes it possible. Let's see. G4, knight h4, attacking, and after bishop h7, I took here, taking advantage of the fact that the knight has to protect, so he doesn't have time to recapture, but he did recapture, and then he just loses the central pawn, so this is busted. But okay, let's see how it finished. Bishop b8, a5, so I told you, I just want to attack there. Rook f8, attacking here, but he has no time because this is a checkmate threat, and if he takes it, it's also checkmate. Yeah, I mean, instead of winning a piece, we can just checkmate here. So my opponent defended the b7 pawn, but now after this move, I didn't take the knight, but instead I pinned here. So there is a checkmate threat, and after rook f7 I renewed it. So now the checkmate is threatened here. It could have been defended, for the price would have been this rook, for example here, then I just win a rook. But my opponent allowed it, or maybe didn't see, I don't know. And now the game ended in this manner. So actually now the opponent has an exchange up, but since it's a checkmate, it doesn't really count. Alright, so nothing special, just a game where my opponent didn't play so well. The journey continues. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!